said the industrial action will start today if the government does not engage the association in productive discussions. Osundara added that the demands revolve around welfare, issues of shortage of manpower in almost all healthcare centers and facilities across the nation. Well, away from that, some Port Harcourt residents have been sharing how they would respond if someone close to them was feeling suicidal. Speaking to a correspondent, some said they would offer words of encouragement while others suggested counseling the person.
The person may not tell you, but at least the first point is that the person will be depressed. Nothing will move the person again. Then if you find out that someone or a close friend or a family friend want to commit suicide, their first of foremost is to know the reason why the person want to commit the suicide. Number two, counsel the person both socially and spiritually.
The first thing is to go and stay with the person. Try to be close and try to encourage the person. Don't give that person advice, because some advice can throw somebody off balance. Most important is pray the person. Read the scriptures with the person, not judgmental scriptures, but scriptures that show that Jesus loves you.
Sort of I had that to the hand. All I could do was to offer the words of encouragement and all of that. So I have to encourage him, and I think it's not better.
In the meantime, a psychologist, Joshua Baridumbari, says people considering suicide rarely share their plans, which makes the signs harder to detect. Baridumbari tells a correspondent that withdrawal from usual activities, sudden mood changes, and constant deep thought could be red flags. He urged loved ones to listen with empathy instead of criticizing or dismissing them.
The best way of finding out is observing if these individuals are withdrawing from certain activities they've always been engaged in before. For example, children that usually love going out, if they stop going to these things or partaking in them, or reduce how frequent they do them, then that says that they have something that's important. To know if they are really depressed, ask them how they are, and not just once, twice. For example, how are you? The person says, I'm fine. How are you really? Most time we ask people a question twice, it's based to give you the right answer.
Baridumbari further stressed that reducing stigma and creating more awareness about depression will help prevent suicide.
Don't tell them to pray harder or criticize them on certain things. At that point, they need those that are willing to listen. Some persons might try to stop you, but they will start criticizing you and everything. This makes it even worse. It makes those that are having suicidal thoughts not to be open to anybody. That's why they start masking their behavior. If the stigmatization can be reduced or stopped, it will allow people to share their feelings and to seek for help as well.
As you may know, World Suicide Prevention Day is marked every 10th of September to raise awareness on the issue. The World Health Organization says over 720,000 people die by suicide each year, making it the third leading cause of death among those aged 15 to 29. Meanwhile, Nigeria is moving to decriminalize attempted suicide by December 2025. Health Minister Mohammed Pate made this known on Wednesday in Abuja. We go straight to business. The Dangote refinery says it will start free direct supply of petrol across the country on September 15. The refinery announced the development in a post on its X page on Thursday. It said the scheme will begin in 11 states and subsequently expand their operations into other states. The plant said the product will be sold at 820 naira per litre. Dangote refinery listed the states to include Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Osun, Ekiti, Abuja, Delta, Rivers, Edo, and Kwara State. According to the refinery, petrol will be delivered to retail outlets in Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Osun, and Ekiti at 841 naira per litre, while the product will be sold for 851 naira per litre in Abuja, Delta, Rivers, Edo, and Kwara states. Also, the federal government has scrapped the 5% excise duty on telecom services, including calls and data. The NCC boss, Dr. Aminu Maida, said President Bola Tinubu ordered the removal to ease the financial burden on citizens while supporting the digital economy. Meanwhile, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission says it recovered over 10 billion naira for aggrieved consumers between March and August this year. Most of the complaints were linked to financial services, deceptive marketing, and unfair charges. In entertainment, I beg your pardon, 2 years later, late singer Mobart's music has continued to find an audience among listeners who return to it in remembrance of the hitmaker who lit up the street music scene. On September 12, 2023, the Nigerian music industry lost one of its finest voices in the street hop sensation, Mobart. In sports, Chelsea striker Liam Delap could be sidelined until December after sustaining a hamstring injury against Fulham before the international break.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
A new video showing the Charlie Kirk shooting suspect fleeing the scene is released by the FBI and Utah officials. Police also released new images of a person of interest wearing a black t-shirt with a U.S. flag on it and Converse shoes. The manhunt for the gunman continues, with the FBI offering $100,000 for information. Authorities say they are gathering the evidence needed to pursue the death penalty for the suspect.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, on the news this afternoon, you heard NDLEA has arrested 281 persons over drug offenses in Rivers State. NSIB says Air Peace pilots and a crew member have tested positive for alcohol and drug use. The ADA and 13 other associations have scaled INEC's first hurdle as the commission disqualifies 157. The ADC says there is no court order against its David Mark-led leadership. On the foreign scene, the video of Charlie Kirk shooting suspect fleeing the scene has been released as manhunt continues. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.